strike a line along here, and this is the center of our bead roll. Still hitting there, but that's getting cut out. But I think I'm gonna cut this here. The C-notch is done. Just added the gas tank brace that I forgot about. Bam! Alright, so I ended up cutting back this whole back sheet metal to get to this so I could get these guys welded, and it's kind of fucked up because I was reaching from the bottom before trying to weld those, and so they're not looking that great. But anyways, worked out better to get all that welded. And then my transmission mounts didn't quite work out. I didn't realize how close the tranny was to this, and I got it mounted on the motor mounted and the factory bar back there, and so I had to do a little revision here of my transmission mount. So I got it tacked, and I'm gonna have to make some new little connector pieces, and this one's got this funny little angle right there, whereas that one's straight because the transmission is not even. So little on the fly adjustment for the tranny mounts. Gavin's prepping his panel here. Morning, Gavin. We're gonna run it through the bead roller and get it welded in. Hi, Matt. Hey. On the dash.
What's up, guys? Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be showing you how to make panels when you're really tired in the morning.
Yeah, because Dad made him get up at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, I woke up at 8:15.
Okay, alright. Alright, so he's got this panel all sanded. We're going to mark off what we need to do. So we know we got to tip up this back edge, which is where we're going to be spot welding in. So I'm just going to go ahead, and there are tools for this. I could probably grab one, but I'm just going to go ahead and make a mark. So we know we're going to be tipping that up. We'll probably just use the tipping dies on the bead roller, and then we want to put 2 beads in here that are similar to this to match the factory look. You know they start 8 inches from the edge, which is where we already marked. So we'll just mark that off, and then we need to measure the spacing on that. Alright, so I'm going to strike a line along here, and this is the center of our bead roll. And then we're going to use this to measure our spacing. And then we will head on over to the So you want to make sure your layout's really good. And then we'll head over to the bead roller. And we will bead roll this baby in. Alright, so I just did a little demo for Gavin on running it through the planishing hammer here. What we're doing is pre-stretching the panel so that when we run it through the bead roller, it will go back to being flat. You can see how it kind of has gotten distorted now, and that's what happens when you bead roll it, is that it gets distorted, and then you spend, you know, an hour trying to get the panel flat again. And then since this is a flat panel, we don't want to be fighting it. So that's why we're gonna pre-stretch it, and then this is actually the bottom, so we're stretching it up, and then we're gonna bead roll the beads the other direction. Go ahead, Gav. All right, we're now at the bead roller, and we're going to bead roll the bead up now. So the panel is upside down, and we're gonna bead roll this, and we're gonna fade in the bead. I think will just be the easiest way. All right, so it turned out pretty good. We got a little bit of warping and distortion, but once we tip the edge up, I think it'll be pretty good. Well, we got to remember to tip the edge the other way than what we have marked there. All right, so we're going to tape this guy in here. Looks pretty good. Much better. I mean, it looks much better. And once this is painted, you know, and these panels are actually going to get sound deadening over them and stuff, so no one's even ever going to see these. But it's the craftsmanship of it, Gavin. It's the craftsmanship. Even though we're 2 hours into this panel.
Paint!
All right, so it was taking too long with our little finger here for Gavin to hand hammer this. So I set up a couple pieces of looks like 3/16 rubber, silicone rubber or some sort of rubber, and we're setting it down, the bump side down, and then we are pressing it with this big block. So I'll show you what we're doing. Do that for each one, but it finishes it out a lot better than that. So it actually has a little curve there. It's still not exactly perfect, but much better. Okay, you can really see the difference here, how nice and sharp and crisp that is now on these, versus up here when you just end the bead. So it really finishes it off pretty nice. Alright, you can see how distorted this panel got. This was perfectly flat before. So we did a lot of stretching in there. So now we'll take it over to the bead roller. We're just going to do 2 little quick beads. See if I can turn around. Alright, so this is a Bailey Bally mag brake, which is pretty cool because there's no fingers or mechanisms or end pivots out here to get in the way. So you can actually run panels off the end of this. But I'm just going to use this to turn up this edge. Line up my things. Activate the magnet. Now the magnet is holding, and then it really holds it once I do that. And then I'm just going to turn this up. And if you were doing production bending, you could set up stops and stuff. Well, bam! We still got a little oil can in here to deal with, but that's it. A lot easier than drilling, huh?
Yeah.
Alright, these are the panels we've been making all day. They look pretty damn good. They're fairly flat, and looks like this one needs a little more work, but time to get these babies installed. Let's do it. Alright, so we just test fit Gavin's panel here, and he's going to do a final trim out. Always good to have a little extra. It's a lot easier to trim off than to add more metal. That is a nice looking panel, Gavin. The old B3 Beverly shear. Love this thing. They're really expensive. When I bought this, it was about $1,000 bucks. I think it was $9.95 if I recall. And they're selling for like $1,700 bucks now. Just kind of crazy. For a machine with no electricity or no motors, no nothing, but it does work like a champ. A Beverly shear. What's nice about it is you can have a lot of control. It's very control-y, and you can do curves with it too, so it's pretty cool. Alright, here it is welded in. This is Gavin's piece. Looks really good. We still gotta grind down these to make them just kind of look like little flat spots, but it looks pretty good. Go around on this side. There it is from underneath. And still have this piece to go in, and then this piece to make. And then the new fender out here too. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You know the drill. Come back next weekend for the next episode. Peace!